Hey guys, Fancy198 here, aka Chillin' Quill. Today we're going to be discussing the best Dragon Realm Saga fighters, including the main fighters from the Mage King, the upcoming book that I'm working on. That's coming out later this year. Um, I'm on the third draft right now, and I'm tightening up the words, doing a lot of technical writing, fixing clunky sentences, adding up more descriptions, making it just a beautiful, beautiful book waiting for you guys to read. So we're gonna go through Elcard down to Jeddah, Silent Master down to Legion. We're gonna be tackling them all, guys. I'm gonna discuss each one and why I believe they fit in their respective tier. So let's start it off with Strife. Now, Strife is a Hydro Mage, a blue mage, who uses water, but he also mixes poisons and hallucinogens with his water. As a mage, he can manipulate uh, liquid and ice, and he is just a really good fighter who also uses forbidden magic, also known as precision magic. Precision magic is a lost art that only a hand few of um, characters in the books can actually use that are too brutal spells that are just too brutal and too vicious to actually teach in a mage school. So, where I believe um, Strife falls would be maybe A tier, I guess. He's very powerful. He's a very skilled mage. One of Dead of Winter, of course. And Razlan wouldn't select him unless he was one of the best in his fields, and that's why, as one of the best mages that you're gonna find in the Mage King, Strife belongs in A tier. Next we have Rulen. Rulen. Oh no, this is Trek. Next we have Trek. Trek is one of the Windfoot triplets, including Essie and Rulen. Trek is well, he was trained by Elcard, so he's got some skills, but he doesn't last very long in the books, and he's not very skilled a fighter. He's more of a tracker, so I think he should go in C tier. Next up we have Malady. Malady is the Blade Brother of Legion and uses the Many Blade skill. He is extremely talented in his prowess with swordplay. One of the strongest of the sword fighters in all of the Dragon Realm Saga. He is definitely more skilled than Legion. Though Legion did defeat him in Vendetta's Rise, Malady proves that he has been training since then. He is definitely one of the strongest Black Rabbits, and out of all of them, he belongs in S tier. Legion. Legion is the Blade Brother of Malady. Now, Legion is very strong in his own right. He is one of the best. He was one of the brightest Black Rabbits there was, and that is the reason why he was selected to be the first High Blade. But or a High Blade, but he turned it down for the sake of the jealousy that Malady had. He has gone into retirement since Vendetta's Rise, but let's pretend that this tier list is for all of them at their prime. And at their prime, Legion was better than Malady, but in Malady's prime, he is better than Legion. So we're going to put Legion in S tier. Yeah, in S tier behind Malady. Now, we have the Silent Master. The Silent Master is a very, very strong elf. Trained by Dead of Winter. Trained by the Collector. Trained by Kalsoon. He is He took on all of Arrow and Alucard at once. He is the best in that he can be in his business. Though there are characters that are stronger than Silent Master. In his prime, um, I believe he is stronger than Legion, but I believe that Malady, his son, is stronger than him. So I'm going to put him right here, guys. Next we have Inlay Ebonpath. Now, Inlay Ebonpath is the rival of Alucard, and they are more like neck and neck. However, due to Inlay's further training with Dead of Winter, it is stated that he is stronger than the Silent Master. It is stated that he is stronger than the Silent Master, and this is true, especially in the Mage King. The Mage King, he shows off his real skills. Wait until you guys see it. So I'm going to put Inlay. I think he's better than Malady in his prime at the moment. So he's going to be right there in S tier, right before Malady. Speaking of S tier, we got to go into Avalon. Avalon, the White Angel. Avalon, the Highblade. Avalon, the Goldwing. Avalon is the strongest silent one out of everyone. You know what? Even better than Savine, who is the current Red Wing. I think Avalon is the strongest silent one. She's the only one to ever go White Angel. They didn't even know what White Angel was until Avalon did it. She's the chosen one of Judeo. She is highly skilled. In Blood and Bounty, she does lose a couple battles, namely to Civ, but in her prime, with White Angel status, I think she is stronger than Inlay. Civ is a bounty hunter. She's the partner of Guster in Blood and Bounty. She uses needles that are poison tipped. She is very, very strong. Very, very good at what she does. Is she S tier? She did beat Avalon and Guster at the same time. But in everyone's prime, I don't think Civ could beat Avalon. I don't think she could beat Inlay. I don't think she can beat Malady. I don't think she can beat the Silent Master. And I don't think she can beat Legion. But I do believe in her prime she can beat Strife. My God. We have Marcus. Marcus, new son. Marcus is the father of Avern and Wicker. Marcus is a very skilled White Cloak, guard of the White Cloaks. Against everyone else, I don't think he can hold the candle to S tier. I don't think he can hold the candle to A tier, but I think he is at least B tier. Guster. Guster is one of my favorite characters to write. He is slick, he is roguish, he is a brawler, and he's a scrapper. But in his prime, he is no S tier, and I don't think he is even A tier. Sorry, Guster, I'm going to put you in B tier. Essie. Essie, she's a medic. She doesn't really fight, but she can hold her own in a fight. I wouldn't put her in doesn't really fight, except she's been in a few battles, especially in the Dawn Edge War. In a tight, high stressful situation, she won't let you down. So I'm going to put her in C tier, but better than Trek. Okay, so another one of the new fighters from the Mage King. This is Raze. Urzathin's Paladin. Sorry, I don't know why I blinked on that. Been writing on that, guys. Raze is a spellbreaker. Raze is the leader of the spellbreakers. Raze is charged by Indrago's chosen son to take back the Magi and defeat and destroy the mages. He has a staff that charges up with electricity that can dispel any spell it touches. He is extremely skilled at fighting. He is, I would say, on equal footing of Inlay, and you'll see that more in the books. So we're gonna put him right here, guys. Bladevar. Bladevar, he's a slacker. He's a thief. He's of Arrow, and he is C tier. Averin. All right, Averin. Averin is Averin was a good fighter until the rest of the books happened and fell far behind. He is better than everyone in the current C tier, but I don't even think he's better than the current C tier. I think he just falls behind. I'm gonna put him. I think he is better than Essie, of course, but I don't think he can beat Trek or Bladevar in a fight because they were trained by Alucard. Speaking of fighting Alucard or being trained by Alucard, he wasn't trained by Alucard, but he did fight Alucard. The Collector, guys. The Collector uses the many enchanted blades that he stores in his enchanted cloak. He is super powerful, and he is super feared. The Collector, rumor has it, trained the first elves in the ways of swordplay. He trained the Silent Master. He is the #1 soldier for Razlan, and because of that, I think he can beat Legion. I think he can beat the Silent Master. I think he could beat Malady, but I think we stop it right there. Alucard. Alucard is the main character of the Dragon Realm Saga. He is by far the most talented and skilled for the first 3 books, but he finds his roof in the Mage King, where he needs more training. However, he does hold his own against other characters. I don't think Alucard is the best fighter at the moment. He gains new powers. He gains new skills, a new skill set as an Elemental Shroud, but yeah, he reaches a skill ceiling around here. So I'm gonna say Inlay, Raze, and Alucard are about even. Speaking of, so why do I keep on saying speaking of? Hello, this is Rulan, guys. Rulan is the tough guy of the Windfit triplets. He is the best fighter of the 3, and one of the best fighters of Arrow. Can he beat Lair? No, he can't beat Lair, but he is the top of the C tier. Tashna. Tashna has no real combative skill. She can hypnotize with her demon powers, and that's about it. She doesn't really fight, guys. Alright, Rain. Rain is another character from the Mage King. She is a purple mage. She uses lightning, she uses wind, and later on she uses water. She uses something called Tempest Style, which is a combination of storms to control. Think of her like Storm from X-Men. Maybe not as powerful, but she is extremely deadly. She is easily in A tier. Jeddah is again a non-combatant. She doesn't really fight. She's been in a couple scraps, but she doesn't really do much. So we're gonna put her in doesn't really fight. Aurelian. Aurelian is once again another character from the Mage King. You will learn a lot about him. He has been in the lore since Vendetta's Rise. I won't tell you exactly where, but he is a key figure in the Arcana War. The Arcana War was the war that happens about 50 or 30 years before Vendetta's Rise. When Megan was a child, pretty much, was when the Arcana War happened. And Aurelian was a key figure in that battle. He is one of the most powerful Dragon Realm Saga characters that you will come across. And that's why he is top of S tier. Speaking of top of S tier, Calsoon. Calsoon is mysterious. Calsoon is conniving. Calsoon is cunning. Calsoon is a great fighter, but doesn't show it like ever, except at the end of the Dawn Edge War, where he fought Alucard, and he stomped Alucard into the dirt. Alucard stood no chance. Alucard must bow down to the skills of Calsoon. Calsoon trained Inlay. Calsoon is part of Dead Winter, and Calsoon is definitely around here-ish. Uther, another character from Blood of Bounty and another character from Dead of Winter. Uther is the brutal gladiator who was famed across all of Scorch and was only ever defeated once by Avalon, the Silent Whisper. Uther is definitely Avalon's rival, but I would put him maybe. I believe I would probably put him. No, I'm gonna put him here. I think everyone else in their prime, Aurelian, Avalon, Calsoon, Inlay, Raze, Alucard, the Collector, and Malady, I think in their prime can beat Uther. Unless Uther gets his hold on the Plague Reach, but we're not counting that, guys. That's like steroids. So I think Uther can beat the Silent Master, and I think Uther can beat Legion, mainly because Legion, well, Legion's strong and stuff, but Uther, let's face it, is better. Now, an interesting character we have to put in the tier list is Wicker. Wicker was trained by Marcus, who was in B tier. Wicker was also trained by Alucard, who was in S tier. Wicker has the combination of the Black Rabbit style and the White Cloak style. He walks both paths. He was the leader of Arrow. I think he is a very skilled character in sword mastery and hand-to-hand combat. I don't think he can be in S tier, but I think he would be fine in A tier. Maeve, another A tier character, I think. Maeve, well, I don't know if maybe A tier. Maeve is one of the Hairkins from the Dawn Edge War. She had a good fist fight with Alucard. I think Alucard was holding back, to be honest. Didn't really want to humor Maeve, but when Alucard showed his strength. Maeve had to back down a bit, but well, you know what? Maeve doesn't back down. But yeah, I'm gonna put Maeve way back in A tier. I think she has what it takes to keep up with Wicker, but doesn't have what it takes to be S tier. Um, Elisa. Okay, Elisa was definitely the weaker of the fighters back in Vendetta's Rise and Blood and Bounty. That's my fault, guys. I didn't treat her very well. I think she showed what she was really capable of in the Dawn Edge War. Uh, Elisa is um, she is so adept at uh, clandestine combat that she really deserves a lot of praise when it came to the Dawn Edge War. I think she is A tier. I think she's better than Maeve. I think she's just behind Wicker. Um, Veda, we haven't seen Veda really ever fight except that time against Avalon back in Vendetta's Rise. Now, Veda is the Blade Sister of Avalon and still is. Um, they are nearly equal in skill, I would say, because Avalon is White Angel. Um, she will always have that against Veda, but Veda is no slouch. I don't think. I think Avalon is S tier because of the White Angel, and I think Avalon would be normally equal to Elcard, so I'm gonna put Veda here. I don't. You know what? I don't. I don't know if she could beat the Collector, and I don't think she can beat Malady, but I think she could defeat Uther if had the chance. All right, Coda. Coda has always been the weaker of the three main characters of the Dragon Realm Saga, except, guys, wait until you see Coda in the Mage King. There is a reason why the book is called the Mage King, and Coda not only is the king of Long Whisper, but he is a true blue mage in this book. Where do we put him? Coda is. I really don't want to spoil this, guys, but Coda is definitely S tier, and Coda would be easily here. Rotan. Rotan took on all the Harrikins and Kaizo. Rotan took on Coda. Rotan is a very strong person, but Coda beat him in Dawn Edge War. Rotan should not be trifled with. All the same, Rotan deserves to be here. Sable is a rune writer. Sable is very proficient at her runes. I don't see Sable being. Sable's more of a utility player. She can hold her own. She's sort of like Essie. Essie honestly should be here, but I'm gonna give Essie the benefit of the doubt that she can hold her own against anyone else. I'm gonna put Sable in doesn't really fight because she's not really meant to get her hands dirty. Lear. Lear is the strongest of Arrow besides Elcard and Wicker. He is extremely adept in swordplay. He wouldn't be able to fight anyone from S tier. I don't think he would be better than Maeve, but he is um, definitely tier material. I would say he would be. I would say he's here. Quinn, demolition expert, brother of Maeve, not as good as Maeve. I would put him here. Uh, uh, yeah, we'll put him here. Kaizo, student of Elicard, apprentice to Elicard. He has learned everything he could possibly know from Elicard, and he has graduated with honors. I think Kaizo can defeat Maeve, but I don't think he can beat Elisa. Corso is a heck of a sniper, um, but I would put him where Quinn is. Timber is not is on Timber and Corso would be on equal footing, but I don't think she's stronger than Lear. I would put Timber here. Bruce Brownwood is probably the strongest of the Hairkin crew. I think he is better at fighting than Maeve, but Maeve is higher rank, and that's the reason why he just lets things happen. He just follows the lead, But yeah, I think he can beat Maeve. Finally, we have Wild Eye. Wild Eye becomes sort of like her own mage later on. But she's not really a fighter in the Mage King, but can hold her own. I think she is here. Nah, I think she's here. And that's the Dragon Realm Saga fighters, guys. So, when the Mage King comes out later this year, you will learn about Aurelian, Rain, Strife, Wild Eye's new form, and Coda's new power, along with many other different characters. The Mage King is sitting pretty around 90k words, so it will be about as long as the Dawn Edge War. But this is just the third draft. I can't really estimate how many words it's going to be from here. But I've been reading it, and so has my beta readers, and we all agree it's a good book. It's going to be action-packed with more mage duels than you can shake a stick at. So much action, so much drama. We see so much character development in Coda and Elicard. You guys are going to be stunned with that ending. So that's my tier list, guys. I hope you had fun, and I will see you again soon.